I look back at now and just like, he was lying. He was faking. What else has he been lying to me about? I know he's like a master liar and manipulator because he's done it to his parents, and he's told me and shown the lies he's done to his parents. But I don't know why not me.
The lies are about money, they're about where he's at, what he's doing.
He would never do that to me or my daughter. He would never be a master manipulator or a liar to us.
Yeah, he's stolen money from his parents. They used to have a few $1,000s hidden in like a closet for emergency fund kind of thing. And during COVID, he sold he wanted RC cars. See, if he wants something, he's going to get it.
Right now, attorneys for the man who's accused of killing 13-year-old Maddie Soto were in court today with a lot of requests for the judge.
Stephan Stern's lawyers are asking for the death penalty to be taken off the table. Stephan Stern is facing several charges related to the abuse and death of Maddie Soto last year. His attorneys say the death penalty should not be considered in the case because it's unconstitutional. Prosecutors have already said they will be seeking the death penalty in the case. His legal team is also asking for the state to close pretrial hearings to the media and to throw out some evidence. So far, a court date to officially hear the motions has not been set. Stern's murder trial is scheduled, though, to begin in September. Stern is facing dozens of other charges that he sexually abused Soto before her death. The two cases are being tried separately. The sex crimes trial is set to begin next month.
Now, the judge has a ton of rulings dumped on him over the last week. An attorney told me it could be that Stephan Stern's team wanted to just submit them all at once, but it's probably more than that.
Stephan Stern will be in court 1 week from today for a pretrial hearing. This week, he filed a motion arguing that Florida's death penalty is unconstitutional. Stern's attorneys say that aspects of a Florida law that outline aggravating factors are overly vague and subject to being applied in an arbitrary and inconsistent manner.
You know, it's interesting because usually you'd go for the more serious one first, because after all, the murder charge carries the death penalty. You could seek the death penalty on the sex charges under Florida's law, although it's a relatively new law and they haven't tested the constitutionality yet. So if this defendant, Stephan Stern, wanted to challenge the death penalty as it applies to the sex abuse, I think actually he may have a claim there, but the state is not seeking the death penalty for the sexual abuse, which perhaps is why they're going first. They think they've got him dead to rights on the sexual abuse. They're not seeking the death penalty. It's going to be easier and faster. Let's get that out of the way. And then when he's found guilty of that charge, they can use that as an aggravating factor to seek the death penalty in the murder case. So I think that's why they're going first.
They have an overwhelming plethora of evidence against Stephan Stern. They don't need Jennifer Soto to testify against him. Trust me on that. They do not. With the pictures and videos of his, and again, I'm going to get graphic, so close your ears if you don't want to hear this. This is really offensive, but there's pictures of Stephan Stern with his penis in Madeline Soto's mouth, in her vagina. That is enough. You don't need the mom to testify against this guy. You got it. You have what you need to lock the key, throw him away, lock the key, and execute him. He's a dead man walking. And again, I'm sorry that, I have to get graphic here, but you can't sugarcoat this.
Either he did the sexual abuse or he didn't, and the pictures on his phone are just appalling and so shocking that that's going to be enough, in my view, to lead to a quick guilty verdict. Madeline was a child, and she was sleeping in the same bed with Stephan Stern. And, to think that maybe there was some sort of Stockholm syndrome there or something else, you can see that happening. It doesn't at all alleviate his culpability. In fact, it can make it worse because you see the control he had over her. This guy's in a whole lot of trouble, and he, I think, is going to be found guilty in both cases. And when he's given the death penalty, which I think is almost certain, I think extremely likely, the Florida courts are very conservative now, very pro-death penalty. So now this guy is dead to rights, metaphorically speaking.